bit.
Yo, what's going on, everyone? Welcome back. Hope y'all are having a really good week. Today we're gonna be getting back into Mr. Mob Psycho episodes 9 and 10. We're gonna split up. I think there's 4 episodes left. I think they're all one continual plot line here, but we're gonna split into 2 parts. So we'll do episode 9 and 10 this week, and then we'll finish off the rest of Mob. Yeah, that's so sad to say, dude. That's so sad to say. Oh man, it's been such an enjoyable show. I am definitely gonna rewatch it at some point on my own time, most likely. But it's just been really fun. I have to say, Mob has been one of those shows that I've gotten so much out of just by watching it. Like so much reflection on life and myself and the right way to live. And it's funny. There's actually one YouTube video I've been recommended a ton of times. I think it's titled something along the lines of Mob Psycho 100, the shonen that teaches you to live, or the anti-shonen or something, right? It was, had a really good title to it. And I haven't watched it because I don't want to get spoiled or anything, obviously, but I'm really excited to watch it. I'll link in the description of this one so y'all can check it out, but I'm assuming it's going to be interesting. Maybe I can make a video on that one at some point to kind of talk about the different themes in Mob after we finish the whole series. I think that'd be pretty fun to do. Let's go ahead and recap the character ratings from last time. We gave MVP to Takanaka, and just him, how important he was in the last episodes, and especially around like after he found out that the person was a fraud who wrote that book about, how the aliens come and everything, the UFO sightings. And he still gave it his all because he knew it would be important for the club and for Tomei, etc. Right? And he wasn't even he hasn't been in the club in a long time, and yet he still cared enough to that. So I love just how much he cared in that moment. I think he deserves MVP for that. And then for the best moment, we gave that to what Reagan said. Going alongside of that, Takanaka talking about how he did it because he thought it would be important to the club, and Reagan kind of validated what he said, right? He said that it's always great to do your best, no matter what, no matter what the outcome might be. You'll always get the most out of something by doing your best. And I wholeheartedly agree with that. I think it's never worth half-assing something. It's always worth doing your best, no matter what your endeavor is. Sometimes it might feel like a waste of time, but ultimately that's how you learn the most, right? Even if it's something that might not seem like you need to spend a bunch of time or your effort on it, if you do give it your focus and your attention, you'll get the most out of it. Lastly, for the funniest moment, I give that to Reagan last episode when he when he was late as well, and they were all super worried that they're gonna make Reagan mad, and he's sweating like crazy. He's like, we just take your time on New Year's. All right, y'all, let's go ahead and get into this one.
鉄棒もぐにゃぐにゃにできるよ。ノブくんすごいね。
Can I get an episode focused on Chibani?
夕焼けのチャイムだ。帰ろう。
楽しかったね。
Dang, holding hands.
なんだ、夢か。
ちゃんと終わらせた？
うん、なんとか終わったよ。
明けましておめでとう。今日から3学期が始まる。とりあえず今日は始業式の後に冬休みの宿題を回収して終わりだ。休みボケから早めに切り替えて、明日からしっかり受験勉強すること。クラス替えまで仲良く切磋琢磨しなさい。
あ、クラス替えか。
Man, nothing like coming home from winter break and having to go right into exams, man.
もう一つ連絡事項があったんだ。3組の高根つぼみさんが来月中に引っ越すそうだ。
Ooh, what?
はい。引っ越しって。
Jeez, that blows.
急すぎて頭が追いつかない。だって受験シーズンが終わってから気持ちを伝えようと思ってたのに。だってまだあと1年あったはずでしょ。
Oh no.
ちょっと待って、何も起きてない。あ、告白しなきゃ。
どうした影山？宿題忘れたか？
Damn. He knows I'm freaking out.
モブのやつ、そういえば高根さんのこと。でも告白しなきゃ。 彼女は学校一のアイドルだぞ。
Can he read people's minds now? I'm confused.
告白。
はい。
正気か影山。
皆さんの体験談とか不快にさせないコツとかアドバイスください。
経験。
They're like, we've just been focused on our bodies the whole time.
お前は塩中の裏番だろうが。ビビってんじゃねえ。白 T ポイズンの力を見せてこい。
Show her that white tea poison, boy.
白 T ポイズンのだな。その力を。影山。服を脱げ。
はい。
See that muscle, baby? Ouch.
いい筋肉に成長してきているぞ。経験はその筋肉に蓄積されている。中の相手もお前の筋肉を合格というだろう。
ありがとうございま
This
す。
is how old men think. As long as you got muscle, you know, the girl will say yes. Totally. That's how it works. Oh, right. Oh, right. Oh.
何か告白のアドバイスをできれば。
ノーデン部が恋のアドバイスなんてできるわけないだろう。
確かに。
おいそれにしても高根さんが引っ越しか。結構好きだったのにな。俺も立候
Dang.
補してみよっかな。
竹中くん、つぼみちゃんの心を読む気。
そんなのその場しのぎだし、耳栓外すつもりはないよ。
テレパシーで女心を読めばモテモテだってトメさんが前に言ってたから。
倉田部長に女心の何がわかるんだよ。
It's not like she's a girl or something.
モブ君、今回は本気の本気なの？
はい。
じゃあ分かったわ。一つだけ重要なアドバイスしてあげる。髪型変えた方がいいわよ。口に出すのはあえてそこまでにしとく。
悪いな、俺ら何もアドバイスできないから。
つぼみちゃん、ちょっと話があるんだけど、いいかな。しき、つぼみちゃん好きです。付き合ってください。
ごめんなさい。
なんで？
理由を言わなきゃダメですか？だってあなたに何の興味も。
失礼しました。
Oh. Oh, there's a whole ass line. Damn. She's really sought after.
まだあんなにいるの？ほとんど知らない人だし。
Oh, poor mom, dude. Oh no. Man is freaking out.
何してんの？モブ君。高根さんならもう教室にはいないわよ。
あ、もう帰っちゃった。じゃあもう今日はやめとこうかな。
Nice and convenient.
しょうがないしょうがない。
校舎裏にいるよ。
校舎裏になんでそんなところに。
ここでモブ君がもたもたしてる間に他の男子たちが告白しまくってるわよ。
That face.
今言っても振られるよ。工場の流れ作業みたいな感じで失恋男子大量生産中だから。
What
そ
the
の流れ
fuck?
に飲まれてモブ君も振られるよ。
Oh no. You can't be part of that group, dog.
目里さん、僕髪切った方がいいと思いますか？
はい。なんで髪？
女の人ってどういう男がいいんです
Just
か？
be yourself, man. You've learned this already.
まず紳士的なこと。同級生の女の子に対してでも礼儀は大事よ。あと必要なのは器の広さ。頼れる、悩みを聞いてくれる、何を相談してもいいと思わせる。高根さんを受け止めることもできるかもね。
つぼみちゃんを受け止める。
うん。ほとんどの男子が見た目だけで好きになってるみたいだけど、彼女きっと本性を隠してる。その正体をモブ君が受け止められるかどうか。私には高根さんのどこがいいのか全然わからないんだけどね。だって誰のことも信用してなさそうなんだもの。他人に興味がないのにきっと。
なんでそんなことがわかるの？
Interesting.
普段の様子を見てればわかるわ。モブ君もたまには他人を別の角度から見ることを覚えた方がいいわよ。
Be open. Opening your perspective.
どこがいいの？
Interesting. It's a good question.
その質問に答えられず、
校舎裏にも行けず、バイトにも身が入らないということ。困るよ。
Just need Reagan's advice. There we go.
中学生なんて見た目で恋して当たり前だろう。自分だけは違うと信じたいのはわかるが、結局男ってのは
Yeah, we are.
なあ、芹沢。
いや、俺学校行ってなかったんでわかんないですね。
でも好きな女の子ぐらいいただろ。
いや、いないですね。
その年で照れ隠しされても困るんだが。いやいや、マジで言ってんの？
好きな人がいるってだけで羨ましいな。誰に何を言われても茂雄くんの気持ちが変わらないんだったら、その気持ちは本気だってことだよね。
Yeah, I mean, you don't gotta rationalize your feelings too much. Yeah, feelings are weird things, man. They're not they're irrational by their nature, right?
僕がどうしてこんなにつぼみちゃんのことが気になるのか。
モブくん、トンネル作ろう、トンネル。
うん。ほら見て、つぼみちゃんにしか見せないよ。
それ飽きた。
え？自分でもよくわからない。だけど好きだ。つぼみちゃんのことが昔から。
じゃあ何も悩むことないだろう。当たって砕けろ。
でも告白するときなんて言ったらいいか、どうしたらいいんでしょうか。
Speak from your heart, Mom.
何よりもまず清潔感だな。それから誠実さ、おしゃれで聞き上手なのも重要なポイントだぞ。笑顔を大事にして重い空気は NG だ。それから、そうそう、ドキドキさせる雰囲気作りも大事だ。
カンニングしてる。さんもわからないんだ。
だが結局駆け引きは不要だ。深い関係を作りたい相手に取り繕ったってしょうがない。ありのままのお前でいい。
Yeah, I mean, it's the only way you're gonna actually develop a deep relationship.
アドバイスを取り入れた告白なんてつぼみちゃんも聞きたくないだろう。お前の伝えたいまま言葉にすればいいんだ。
Yep.
ありがとうございます。
That's all there is to it. It's as simple as that, but sure is hard. Simple things are usually harder.
意外なアドバイスでしたね。
これが俺自身の話だったら小手先で勝負するだろうな。
That's how he knows it's not good advice.
自分自身をさらけ出したら確実に振られるからな。俺の場合。
レーゲンさんもそういう方面には悲観的なんだ。客のおばさんたちには受けが良さそうなのに。
だがモブは違う。あいつはまっすぐ行った方がいい。何の嘘もない方が。決めろよ、モブ。
Let's go, Mob. Let's go. Wait, is he actually gonna get a haircut? The chat Mob, come on. Yeah, that's funny.
どうしたんだい？ため息ついて。
Oh, this is who needs the playboy Taruki.
幼馴染が転校か。
ここ数年ちゃんと話もしてなかったし、本当に急な話で。
だから急いで告白しようとしてるのか。
うん。花沢くんはモテるからいいよね。僕とは全然違うから。
何を言ってるんだ？君は僕に似てるって自分で言ってたじゃないか。
True.
ほら、肩の力を抜いて、笑顔で堂々と、強気で行こう。何も悪いことをするわけじゃないんだから。
Yeah, fair.
彼女へのプレゼントとかは。
If anything, you're doing something good, just expressing yourself.
思いつきもしなかった。
僕はいつも告白される側だけど、手紙とか手作りクッキーとかもらったときはちょっと嬉しかったから。
I mean, something thoughtful, maybe.
作り。ダメだ。僕にはおにぎりしか。
影山くんの場合、ベタだけど花束でも面白いんじゃないか
Yeah,
な。
flowers aren't bad.
きっと悪い気はしない。
花束か。
ま、勝負服のコーディネート
No, don't.
いや、服買うお金ないから今回は遠慮しとく。ありがとう。
Can't be accepting Taruki's fashion advice anymore.
やっぱり兄さんも告白するんだね。いよいよこの時が来たんだ。
This is what we've been building up to this whole show.
どんな返事をされるか。
困ったな。確か高根さん、好きな人がいるって言ってたし。
好きな相手は塾で会う他校の子なんですけど。
話を聞いた感触だと相手もあなたが気になっているのは間違い。
She was just testing him though, right? At that time?
とにかく、ひどい振られ方だけはしないでほしいな。
リツ、 きっと僕のことを僕より心配してくれてるんだ。なんだろう、逆に気持ちが落ち着いてくる。ありがとうリツ。胸を張っていくよ。
兄さん
Feel supported.
あんまり気を落とさないでね。
Damn. Starting the day with a glass of milk. Woof. One Punch Man coming in. I love when they reference it, dude. That's so funny. Oh, he's gonna call her. Oh, man, I'm nervous for him.
もしもし。お久しぶりです、おばさん。しげおです。つぼみちゃん言いますか？はい。お願いします。もしもし、つぼみちゃん。ごめん、急に。家の電話番号しか知らなくて。なんか、あれなんだってね。なんか、引っ越すって。本当なんだ。
Dude, this is so freaking accurate. Just like pacing around, doing whatever you can to distract yourself.
話したいことがあって。電話じゃちょっと。もしよければ明日の放課後さ。いや、学校じゃない方がいい。僕ら家近いし、久しぶりに公園でどうかな。
Is it gonna be the same park they grew up at?
昔よく遊んだよね。僕の様子がおかしい。そう。声震えてないよ。いや、大丈夫。大丈夫。
Slowly creeping up.
約束したの？やるじゃない。思い出の公園っていうのがまた。
Yeah, it's a good move.
意外とやるな。もし付き合えたら俺にも高根さんの女友達を紹介してくれよな。
つぼみちゃんと大事な話をするっていうのに意外と落ち着いてる。
Well, you got the hard part out of the way, just asking her in the first place.
最近の僕は
Damn, okay,
以前ほ
Ma.
ど気持ちを抱え込まなくなったかも。花束をお任せでお願いします。
はーい。手提げ袋はいる？いいかな？これで。
はい。1000円分ってこんなに小さいんだ。まあ大きさじゃないよね。
Yeah, it's the
ありが
thought.
とうございました。
Hey.
影山茂雄。
Aww.
確か。
それと交換しよう。
Aww, that's so sweet.
どうして？
いいからいいから。
Aww. You see how many good people he has in his life to support him now, man. It's so great. It helps give him confidence.
みんなありがとう。
Man. They all want to see him be happy. I love it. Dang. Oh no. Oh god, dude. Did he just jump in front of it? Dude. Oh, fuck. Alright, well, we gotta watch the next one after that. What the fuck, dude? I was not expecting that at all. Don't make me see this again. I blame this damn kid and his... Actually, no, I'll blame the driver. He had the right of way. He had the right of way. That'd be so awful, man. This poor guy's in shock.
動かない。お兄さん。
なんだスマホが。
お兄さん。
Oh no. What the fuck, dude? What is going on?
りーちゃん、早く準備しなさい。はーい。
I don't like this, man. It's gloomy and dark.
こんなとこで渋滞してんだよ。
ねえ、霊が遅れちゃうよ。
わかったなんだ地震おいなんだよこれ
This is so freaky.
なんだ地震の爆発なんだよ付近の住民の方は直ちに避難
Jesus Christ, did Mob do all this?
いやーな地震だな。
あ、避難勧告も出たみたいです。シゲオ君告白する予定だったのに。
まあ今日は無理だろ
身長160センチ前後で学生服
And holding a bouquet.
建物を破壊しながら
Jeez, dude, he's lost it.
しています。なんだ
Oh man. Damn, bro, what's going on? Is this Taruki coming to save him? Hopefully.
間に合ってよかった。
Jeez.
なんとなく君がいるんじゃないかと思ってね。光の速さで飛んできたよ。触れるものすべてを破壊してるのか。何があったのか知らないけど、僕でよければ話を。ってマジか。
Dude, what's going on with him?
まあ落ち着いて。どうだい？僕も強くなっただろ。影山くんを見て僕も頑張ろうと思ったんだ。お、花束買ったんだね。やるじゃないか。でもそのまま行くのは危険じゃないかな。
Yeah, he's definitely unconscious right now, like he has no control.
言葉が届いてない。やむを得ない。保護するよ。
Yeah, good luck with that, man.
力が収まるまでこのまま拘束。
Ah, jeez, man.
だぜ。最大バリア。
Oh shit.
初めて会った時を思い出すよ。君のその状態。
Mm-hmm.
影山くん。やめよう。今日はもう引き返すんだ。君のためだ。
Damn. Wonder why that car accident triggered this so badly for him.
影山くんには大事なことを教えてもらった。
Animation's going crazy though. Look at the drawings and everything. all the detail.
僕こそ凡人だってこと、超能力のない自分と向き合うことの大切さ、僕は知ってる。影山君はその努力をしている。影山君は人を傷つけるような人間じゃない。
Dude, he's freaky looking.
反応した。あれを破壊すれば。
Oh, you might make him lose his mind, though. I don't know if that's a good idea. Oh, he protected them.
影山君。
Ooh.
超能力を人に向けちゃダメなんだろ。
Jeez. Oh my god. Oh. Crazy. Damn, what's it gonna take to stop him? This has to be like the strongest we've seen Mob, like the most raw power he's expressed.
ここはダメだ。影山君、まだ避難してない人がいるよ。影山君の力がどんどん強くなっていく。僕の力で何ができる。皆さん、ここは危険です。避難してください。今ここが災害の中心部です。兄ちゃん。影山君、それは発作か何かなのかい。そんな風に暴走してコントロールを失う。君も意外と凡人なんだね。安心したよ。まさか。待て、まだ人が。
Oh god. If Mob comes out of this and he's realized he's hurt a bunch of people, I don't think there's anything coming back from that, man. Oh my god. Dude. Oh god. Don't tell me Taruki's gonna die too, dude. Holy shit.
ちゃんと見てたんだ。騙されやすいお人よして。でもすごく強い、そんな君が。君はあの時、初めて会った時、一人で泣いていたね。
Yeah, it was after he realized everything he did, right?
きっと今だってそうだろう。泣いてるんだろう。影山君、本当は止めてほしいんだろ。
Show us them cheeks. Taruki cheeks, of course.
Nanda. 僕はどうなっている。花沢くん、わかる。僕がやった。
Did he shave his head again? Oh no.
僕がやったんだ。そんなになるまで止めようとしてくれてたのか。
うまくいかない時もある。笑われたっていいんだ。僕だって凡人なんだから。
もういいよ、花沢くん。それを僕だと思わなくていいんだ。僕自身でも止められない。やり返していいんだよ。そうだ、
超能力を僕
Jeez,
に
he looks fucking
だけは
feral.
甘く見るなよ僕は影山くんのライバルだ
The ultimate rival. That's why he gave him that shit shirt.
今回は僕の勝ちかな
Damn, saved everyone. Jeez. Wow, look how many there are.
だから何度言ったらわかるんだ。いい加減にしろよ小山。品出しは賞味期限が近いものを手前に配置しろと再三注意したはずだ。そうしないと古い
Yeah, these are the old scars.
ほら
Look how different they look.
3時間前まで陳列されていたチキンパスタサラダが廃棄される瞬間を見たことがあるが、あれはこの世の闇そのものだった。
Definitely nothing starting that. Not Mob walking around unhinged.
おにぎりを売りつけて笑顔でレジ打ちなんて俺にはできねえな。
店長に紹介してやったのは誰だと思ってる？
店長には感謝してる。だから守るんだろう。俺たちの店をよ。
やはりエスパーによる人為的な災害だったか。
ありゃ、例のクソガキじゃねえか。
なんだと？なるほど。通りで。
おいクソガキ！事情は知らねえが、そのまま来るなら手加減はしねえぜ。
There we go.
面倒らせん。
These guys are about to get whooped though, dude. There's no chance. Man, I was not expecting this.
携帯の番号聞いとけばよかったな。来るよね、モブ君。
Damn, she's waiting too.
ねえ、見てこれ。ネットに投稿された現場写真なんだけど。
あ、これってまさかサイコヘルメット様では？
きっとそうだ。でもなぜ？部長、この画像に映ってるのって。
Oh man.
収まらねえな。俺たちも避難指示に従うか。
茂雄君は？
電話が繋がらない。電源を切ってるみたいだな。まあモブなら心配ない。
Oh, but you do. But you do.
レーゲンさん、これ。
モブ？老人や子供を含め避難を終えたとのことだ。思う存分に力を発揮できる。付近では電子機器が故障し、車やヘリなども操縦が効かなくなるらしい。従ってお前たちにはパラシュートで降下してもらう。事態を収束させられれば原型も考えられるとのお達しだ。気合を入れて励め。
Are we gonna know any of these guys? I recognize the leader, but
こっちは6人。楽勝だな。
あくまで一般の目撃情報に過ぎん。
ああ、新入りは俺たちの指示に従ってもらうぜ。手柄は先輩に譲るもん。
私一人で行く。相手は生半可じゃない。
you know, I was wondering if he would come back to. He's like the only one who's as strong as Mob.
知ってるやつなのか？
奴の力が増していくのを感じる。急いだ方がいい。出口を開けろ。
お気をつけて、ボス。
I love how they're all coming back into play here, man.
おい、パラシュートは？
Man doesn't need a parachute. He's a beast. All right. I think we'll stop there for this time. Split it up into 2 parts. Oof. Crazy, man. I really didn't expect it to be going this way. Like, that Mob would have a huge explosion like this. But I'm very curious on why. Is it just because of the car accident? Because he got really hurt in this inner spirit is coming out to defend him or something. But I don't know. It's interesting. I definitely didn't expect it to go this way. All right, y'all. Let's go and get in the review section for these episodes. A couple of kind of sad episodes, to be honest. Although the episode 9, the majority of it was pretty lighthearted, and seeing Mob reach out to his friends for some support and strategy on how to ask his crush out finally. But yeah, dude, it takes quite the turn at the end of episode 9, and in episode 10, really didn't expect Mob to lose control here like he did. But let's go ahead and start with episode 9. Some of the things I really enjoyed in this episode were just all his friends' support to Mob. I thought it was great seeing Mob kind of ask his friends for support on, how they've asked out their crushes in the past. I think it's funny that like the Body Improvement Club and the other club, they have absolutely no clue. They're like, asking a girl out, what? And they all have various advice for Mob. Get a haircut, be considerate, be a gentleman, all these things. And I don't think any of it's bad advice, but ultimately the person who gives the best advice is Sherizawa. Mob starts to think about why he likes Shibomi from his conversation with Masato, and trying to stick out from the rest, because she kind of makes it seem like all these guys wrapped around the corner trying to have their chance to ask her out are really only doing it because they like her appearance. And somebody like Shibomi might appreciate if somebody has a more deeper reason for liking her. And Mob doesn't really know why he likes her. I think as guys, we're pretty simple creatures. The first thing we notice, of course, is the looks of a woman or a girl in this case. But ultimately, feelings are more complicated than that. It's not something that you can really rationalize or put into words super simply. And I think Sherizawa does a good job of kind of validating Mob's feelings here. He's like, hey, you felt this way since you were young. You still feel this way. Is it really necessary to describe why you feel the way you do, right? I think the fact that you still have those same feelings kind of validates that those feelings are legit and true. And it's not something that you need to explain or rationalize for yourself or for somebody else. And I think that is a good explanation of how emotions, or how we should all think about emotions as humans. I know for myself, I definitely tend to, and I'm sure you guys can all know this about me, right? As you all have seen the way I hyper focus on certain parts of an episode or whatnot, but I really fall into the analytical side of my brain a lot. I think it's my default mechanism is to kind of analyze or rationalize things and understand things. And that's a great thing, but emotions don't really work that way. Emotions are kind of irrational by nature. They aren't meant to be explained from the rational side of our mind. That's why we have something like emotional intelligence, where you can feel your emotions and you don't really understand them, but you can accept them and embrace them, let them decompress, all these different things, right? Like emotional intelligence is so different than the analytical side of your brain. And I think for many people who are more analytical, especially men, I think men tend to be a bit more analytical than women, women are usually a bit more naturally emotional and they can feel their emotions more, right? And it's not like it's unique to a man or a woman. There's overlap here, of course. We're all humans and we all have similarities too. But I think for men, it can be challenging because we fall on that analytical side more. So we often lack that emotional intelligence, whereas women probably have a little bit more of the emotional intelligence. But the rational side or the analytical side doesn't seem to come to them quite as naturally. But yeah, I think Sherizawa's advice to Mob here is really applicable to both men and women, just humans in general, of not trying to overthink your emotions, of kind of accepting them the way they are and trusting the way you feel. I think one of the downsides if you become overly rational, especially about your emotions, is that you kind of cycle through trying to explain and understand why you're feeling the way you are, but it doesn't really help you actually process your emotions. And I think for men, that's a really big challenge. I know I can attest to that for myself. I've had anxiety throughout the past 4 or 5 years. I didn't really struggle with too many mental health issues before the pandemic happened and whatnot, but I started experiencing anxiety, and an outcome of that was I was always trying to figure out why I was feeling anxious or why I was feeling down about it, and always trying to come up with solutions like doing this, take this supplement, do this, wake up at this time, or do an ice bath, meditate. I'm sure all y'all have heard about this stuff, ways of coping with different emotions like anxiety or whatnot. But at the end of the day, it's not about that. It's about accepting and feeling, right? Accepting the way you feel. So I really liked that moment of Serizawa explaining, and kind of validating Mob and his emotions. I also think, Ray kind of adds on to this, right? Where he's looking up what, kind of strategies of the way you should approach a woman and ask her out. But ultimately he tells Mob, he's like, don't worry about appearances or strategy. Those things are temporary. You can't really keep that up. Most of what it means, or the important part of asking someone out, or I guess showing yourself as someone in a vulnerable way like this, is to just be yourself and to just be honest. Somebody who you're being vulnerable to isn't going to want to see that fake part of yourself, or if they do want to see it, it's not something that's going to be sustainable, and you're going to not really have the right person in your life if they fall for that person, that appearance you're showing versus who you actually are. So it's never worth it to not be yourself in these cases. You always want to show yourself, and yeah, if you get denied, at least the other person was honest with you that they aren't interested in the same way. But if they are interested in the same way, then you're bringing out an authentic relationship versus a fake one that was doomed to fail. I also really thought it was funny when Mob called Shibomi and how much he was pacing around while having that conversation, going all over the house. Too freaking relatable, man. Anytime I'm having a serious conversation on the phone, I am pacing all about. I just have to keep myself busy because I just feel so stressed and anxious about how the conversation's gonna go. Too freaking relatable. But yeah, let's transition to end of episode 9 into 10, where Mob gets hit by the car, man. Sacrifices, jumps in front to save that kid. He even saves that cat ahead of time, but in this situation, he has to actually jump in front of the car. And you can see he gets really hurt from it. There's a pile of blood. The flowers are, ruffled up and everything. And I guess this brings out, the inner spirit in Mob, and he loses control with his power. This is something that Mob's been scared of, Richu's been scared of. So many characters have been fearful of Mob losing control, because when this happens, people are bound to get hurt. And we see that in this case, this is probably the most out of control he's been since his fight with Taruki originally, when he exploded there and really wasn't himself at all. He's exploded, but still has been himself to a degree, right? There's levels to this, and in this case, he has zero control over it, and it's just this inner spirit or demon or whatever it is inside of him that gives him all this power is in complete control, and Mob is not there. But I thought this whole confrontation between him and Taruki was pretty interesting, because Taruki's obviously trying to help Mob regain control, and it kind of is a really good flashback to their original encounter and what their characters are about. At the end of the day, they are rivals, and they're challenging each other, not in a traditional sense of rivalry where you try to gain the most power, but for them to accept themselves as they are and to control their power, to not rely on it too much. And in this case, Taruki kind of confronts this version of Mob, and Taruki's the one who has control, and he's the one saving people. And in this case, he's kind of gotten the point here, versus in their first encounter where Mob was the one trying to challenge Taruki to not lose his control or to not lean too much into his power. So I thought it was pretty interesting, getting a little bit of a callback to their characters and their kind of what their relationship is about, and what how they support each other but challenge each other too as rivals. But dude, it's heartbreaking to see. I'm very worried about where it's gonna go. Like, is somebody going to have to kill Mob? Is Mob gonna end up being sacrificed by the end of it if they can't get him back in control here? And even if he does get back in control, is Mob gonna be okay with all this devastation he's caused? Taruki said to himself that Kageyama is probably crying right now inside, and we do get a flash of him crying and how he wants somebody to stop him. And that kind of comes to a crux with Suzuki coming back in the mix to try to lower his sentence. And if there's somebody that can stop this version of Mob, it's probably Suzuki, who is just as powerful as he is. So man, I'm really nervous. I don't know where it's gonna go, but bare minimum, I'm just nervous. All right, let's go ahead and get into the character range for this episode. For MVP, I gotta give that to Taruki, but not just Taruki, but Mob's friends as a whole. And, you know, the whole episode seeing how much his friends love him and want to support him, from the Body Improvement Club to Reagan to Sherizawa to the other club, like all around, there's so many good people who want to support him. And Taruki, especially in the confrontation in episode 10 between him and Mob, I think was really the biggest important part, was seeing that even in this state, he has so many friends who are concerned about him and who want to help him. For the best moment, man, it's tough. There's a lot of really good moments here. I think I'll give it to Sherizawa and him validating Mob's emotions and, you know, not really overthinking your emotions. I think that's a really important thing for every human to kind of learn about themselves and about emotions. It's a really difficult thing to find the balance with your rational side of your brain and your emotional side. And I just thought that was really important. But I do want to give a shout out to the old Scar, the plant user. I think his name is Minagishi. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that correctly, but I love the moment where he gives Mob the whole bouquet of flowers rather than what he could afford. Once again, showing how much everybody in Mob's life cares about him. They don't need him to pay the full amount. They just want to see him be happy and be the best version of himself. Lastly, for the funniest moment, I'm gonna give that to Onigara, the bully, or the old bully, the one who joined the Body Improvement Club. Body Improvement Club in general, this scene was really funny. But when Ma was asking for advice, and he's like, "Show her what white tea poison's all about." I hadn't heard white tea poison in a minute. Too funny, man. He's the shadow leader. All right, y'all. I think I'll do for this reaction review. Next week, we will finish up this series with a bang. Hopefully Mob doesn't get killed off here, man. I'm nervous. I really am. But let me know what y'all thought about this one in the comments down below. I thought this one was pretty interesting with Taruki's character and Mob's. All his friends supporting him, that conversation about emotions. So let me know if y'all had any different character names or what your perspectives were on that. Would be interested to talk to you all about that in the comments below. But yeah, hope you all have a really good rest of your week. I'll catch you next time. Peace.